Hey everybody, good morning. Well, I'm out here today to test out some filters. Yeah, gradient filters that Harry at Freewell sent me about, well, he sent them to me about a month ago, but I haven't got out to try them out because it's not always sunny here where I am, and it's usually pretty cold. So today is a little cold. It's kind of sunny, you know, it's a little bit overcast, but it's still pretty sunny. Now, normally behind me there is where I'd be going, down that road someplace, but it's blocked off due to construction. So I'm gonna go up this here hill. All right, just go up here, just find some rocks to stand on because it is kind of slippery. Well, I guess the ice is getting pretty thick because out there you can actually see people ice fishing. Okay, I'm shooting at 4K 30 in high quality. I'm gonna lock the white balance to sunny. I'm not going to add any color style or anything because I want you to see exactly what it looks like without me playing with the colors. So we're all set. All right, so here's the landscape filter pack from Freewell. Hopefully you can see that well on my GoPro. Inside you get actually 3 filters. Now, if you've never used a camera before, like a professional camera, and used gradient filters, well, then I'm going to give you just the basics of an explanation. So you can see on this filter here, maybe you can see this one a little bit better before I open the box. Half of the filter has an ND filter on it and the other half is clear glass. So basically what you're doing is you're trying to reduce the shutter speed for the brightest object in the picture, which is normally the sky, because look at the ground. But you see, I'm sort of at a loss here because my ground is white and my sky is kind of bluish white. So, you know, in the summertime is the best time to fly with these. In the winter, not so much. I'm gonna fly the Mavic 2 without anything on it. Just head straight down over these little ice huts that are out there and back. And then I'm gonna do the same thing with the darkest filter. So they give you an ND8, ND16, ND32. They're all gradient filters. So I will try the darkest one and you tell me if you see a difference. Oh, and I should also mention too, if you look at this one on this side, that's a little cleaning cloth they give you. See, I can turn it. So you can adjust it. So say I'm flying and say that was the top. I want to make the sky, the exposure for the sky to be less than the exposure for the ground. So I want expose for the ground. So I'd set it like that. But let's say it was the other way around. Let's say I had snowy day. The ground is super white, but the sky is like overcast. Well, then you would put it this way. So then you would expose for more of the sky. So, you know, if you're flying over water, different things where there's bright objects, dark objects, you put the darker side to the brightest portion of the object. You can make weird little things, put it on an angle, all sorts of things. So we'll give that a try. Take the Hasselblad off. Clear piece of glass is off and I'm going to replace it. Okay, so here's my filter. I don't know if you can see that with the sun shining right there. This part here is light and this part is dark. Now I've got my drone upside down, so what I want is I want the darkness to be that side. There we go. I want darkness to be all along this area so that when I put it on the drone upside down and then turn the drone over, it's on the top. It's better to dial it in before you put it on the drone so that you can actually see what you're doing. And it should fit out nicely. Make sure all the little legs are in and then turn. There we go. We're in. No lights getting in anywhere, so we're all good to go. And here we go. Now I can already see a difference on the flight back. I can see more of the definition in the clouds. So we're flying almost directly into the glare of the sun, which is just above us. Now I know some people are going to ask, was that a skating rink I saw down there? And here I'm looking down at it. Yep, somebody has made a skating rink for ice fishers. So I guess people will come here and skate as the year goes on. And over here, you have the start of your ice fishing shacks. Now I still have the same ND32 filter on, and yeah, here's all the ice fishing shacks. That's a huge one there. They must be doing something with that. So come this winter, in another month, this will be filled with no less than maybe 100 ice fishing shacks as far as the eye can see, right out to the river. All right, bringing the drone back to me. I'm that dot on the ridge, and come on, Mavic Pro. Looks pretty good with this filter on. There is literally, I don't know if you can see it on the GoPro, I've never seen it before, there's a rainbow. Look at my Mavic Pro's up there, and there's a rainbow, but it's in the sky. It's going around. Here, I'll see if I can stay still so that you can actually catch it on the GoPro. That is the weirdest thing ever. I've never seen that before. See it in the sky? Rainbow. That is weird. Normally they're like from, you know, the horizon, an arc going up down to the horizon again, but this is just a circle in the sky right there. That is strange. Must be the ice crystals in the air and the sun. All right, bring it down, Mavic Pro, through the sun. Well, I'll give you a good example of this filter since it's an ND32. So take a look at this. The sun is directly behind the Mavic Pro. Here, let me just stand a little bit to the side. That ain't gonna happen. All right, I'll keep that away from my mic. So the sun is behind the Mavic Pro. Now let me have the camera look down. Okay, so watch what happens. Looking down, see as I go through that white box, see the bag and everything is darker than the snow, lower than it, and as I come up, that's what that little gradient filter does, which is pretty cool. It can really give you a cinematic effect. Let me just get out of the way here. But there you go. See, everything above looks dark like it's evening, but it really isn't. And as it comes up, it will adjust for the correct exposure. All right, coming back to our little station over here. And we got the good old Mavic 2 Pro and my case. All right, bringing the Osmo up to look at me. Come around, Osmo. So, what did you think? Here, let me just get in the sun so that I'm all lit up. So what'd you think? If you're someone who has a DSLR camera or a mirrorless camera, and you bought a lens for it that costs more than your car and your house put together, then you are a pro photographer, and everything I just showed you here, well, it was a waste of your time and you'll never get it back. But if you're just a hobby photographer and you've never tried graduated filters to get some sort of effect for photography, not so much for video, but for photography, well, then maybe you'll learn something today. So they're always great on drones. I've never really used them for video. Everything mostly that's in the shape of a filter is mostly for photography. But when drones came on the market, everybody starts taking the photography filters and puts them on drones for video. So they work great if you're flying in one direction, but if you change direction or you move your camera one way or another, then the filter might not give you the effect you want. So with that said, you saw how these graduated filters worked here today. I actually like them. I haven't seen the final image on the video on my computer, but I've seen it on the crystal sky, and it looks pretty decent. It's actually doing what I expected it to do. In photography, that's exactly what you would expect, and it works out quite well. Other days where the clouds are a little bit different and the sky's a little different as well, and the ground isn't snow and all these other things, you're going to get different effects. So my advice would be, if you've never tried these filters before and you have some ND filters, you should pick yourself up a set, because they will actually make some of your images come out way better than you could possibly imagine. Because sometimes, you know, with the sun and everything, the sky is too bright and it's ruining your exposure. So this here sets it quite well. All right, so if you enjoyed this video, let me reach down and grab these filters. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up. I'm going to put a link below to where you can find these filters on Amazon, as well as the Freewell site. And you should get yourself a set. I have no idea how much they cost, but from my impression right here, without viewing it on the computer yet, I thought they did quite well. All right, take care, and we'll catch you in the next video.